Good afternoon everyone, here we are in a car wash in Caroline Springs. Richard's just giving the caravan a quick blast over. Oh, he needs more money. Caravan's bigger than he thought. There we go. Caravan's getting a nice spring clean and whatever. Shame about the car. The car's still a little bit grubby. Oh, there we go. There we go.
The car's going to have to stay dirty.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Poor car. So we're on our way to Glenrowan. I've got a dog show tomorrow in Wangaratta, so we'll catch you later.
what are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Butcher's Friend or something.
Butcher's Friend.
Yeah, Barossa.
Two more Butcher's Friends in here, look. 1, 2. Both Butcher's Friends. And I'm drinking
I'm drinking my white
Tanya's. It tastes better. White Claw, hard seltzer. Yeah, black cherry. Yeah, it's okay. It's only got 4.5 calories. We've got the fire going, barely. Smoking a little. Diesel heater's going on the van. The van's nice and warm inside. Got a bit of a smoke coming on. It's hasn't stopped raining since we got here. Horrendous. Morning. And here we are at the Glenrowan caravan park. Tanya's doing a dog show today, so we've come down here Friday night. It was a trip from hell getting here. The freeway was absolutely knackered. Took us a lot longer than we expected to get here. It was dark when we got here. We had a palaver getting the blooming caravan levelled and straight because I couldn't really see what we were doing, but we got it sorted out in the end. Got the fire going now. It's Saturday morning. The site's not bad actually. It's quite a nice site, quite picturesque, and it's in a very historical area of Victoria with the Ned Kelly's last stand and everything else that happened here. But I'll give you a quick tour of the site just so you can see what it looks like. It's not that far away from the main road actually, so there is a little bit of noise at night, but not serious, as that's the freeway. You can hear it in the background. These are the, they call these drive-through sites, but really, they're not really that great. I mean, you could probably just about drive through, but the issue you get, which issue we had, is you're actually coming downhill along this area. So they're, yeah, for a big van like ours, not particularly fantastic sites. They've got cabins here as well, and looks like some pretty stunning bushwalks as well. There's definitely a footpath running up through there. These showers and toilets they're okay, nothing special, but they're reasonably clean, quite dated, but reasonably clean. It's not that busy here. But this is the route that we came in. and obviously pick the one that's straight on. But one of the things I didn't like about the area, for a start, we've had to pitch our awning. I also had to put some guy ropes on, and we were actually into the other pitch, but if someone comes along we'll have to move it. Secondly, this area that they've obviously got fake grass here, they planted it, which looks very nice, but this should have been wider, because it made a hell of a job to get steps up to put my anti-flap kit up, because someone planted a load of vegetation there, and they did the same thing this side. So yeah, it made for sticking the steps up to get to the anti-flap quite difficult. Got the hillbilly fire going, which is absolutely brilliant. Love this thing. Pretty much have a fire wherever you want. Fantastic. Tanya's taken us out on an excursion.
Yep, it's boys' time. I've had my girly time, now it's boys' time.
So where are we off to?
We're off to the Black Dog Brewery. I don't know the name of the town, but anyway, it's about 18 minutes, 17 kilometres away. So nice, easy drive. We might even spot a winery on the way, who knows. Capture. Where are we then, babe?
Heading towards Glenrowan. So actually we're in Glenrowan, but this is heading towards the actual area that Ned Kelly did his last stand, and the place that the actual hotel that got burnt down was where it stood. And there's a little bit of a thing going on at the moment. They're planning on replacing the bridge that goes across the railway line. There's all part of the old church, look, all across there. They're planning on replacing the bridge that goes across the railway line, which I believe is straight down here. You can see the bridge there. Now the downside to it, on the way back we'll show you, but the downside to it is at the very end of where that bridge comes across the road is the area where the hotel stood, and by putting the bridge in, it's going to be a bigger bridge to be able to take bigger trains, to open the line up a bit. Unfortunately, they're going to be building on that site, and you know, I don't know how people feel about that, but to me, I don't think Australia has a huge amount of history. I think the story of Ned Kelly is probably for most people probably the most famous story of Australia, and I think they should be protecting these areas, not building on them. But that's just me. Anyway, we'll film that when we get back.
Head northeast on Tammany Gap Road.
So this is Bailey's of Glenrowan. Not been here before.
Continue on Tammany Gap Road for 6 kilometres.
Yeah, Tanya wanted to do a winery as well, so we were driving past it. We figured we'd have a look. Fireplace there from obviously the original buildings. Ah yeah, so that's the remnants of the original workers' cottages. We've got a wine barrel over there. Some stables. The Clydesdale horses are the sires, aren't they? The big ones. It looks like there's a hut there that's on its last legs. starting to go. Oh, this one looks interesting. So we're going to park here, apparently. Tanya's found a spot, sniffed out the wineries. Funny how she sniffs out the wineries before we sniff out the breweries. She demolished them.
Did not.
She did.
I did not.
Evidence. Demolished.
Yeah, but I put it in your glass.
No, okay. These were mostly pumps that we used. Some of these were from the dairy industry. Bottle fillers. So I've got storage of the wine. Looks like very new oak barrels. So that's a water cart. First one's a 2016 Shiraz that we're trying from Bailey's, and this one's really nice.
It's an organic Shiraz as well, so no additives or preservatives.
Really fruity. I'm going to try this one as well. It smells the same. It smells the same.
It's a lot younger. So the 2019 organic Shiraz.
That looks nice as well.
Yeah.
It's not smooth, but it's very, very nice. Well, we spent some money in there, bought 3 bottles, 2 bottles of wine and a bottle of muscat. Very nice, the service was great, just very friendly. Informative. Learned a lot about the varieties of grapes and the vines, and the fact that a disease spread by little insects wiped out 90% of the world's European grapevine varieties, and now that there's only a few places where that vine still exists. One of them is in Hampton Court in the UK, in the Hampton Court Palace, and the other one is, there's one in Chile, somewhere in Chile, and some of the southern New Zealand has a few that are still surviving.
And South Australia, she said it didn't get to South Australia.
Oh, SA, yeah, for some reason SA escaped it. But generally speaking, most of the vines now are American vines, not European. So yeah, it was very good. The wine is absolutely brilliant. We really enjoyed it. And now we're off to the brewery for me.
Unless I find another wine vineyard on the way. Who knows?
Not happening.
Keep you posted.
Not
Catch you
happening.
later. There's another winery there.
Booths.
Maybe.
After.
Oh, they're pretty close together. 700 metres.
How about we just go where, for me? Because you're going to treat me like you're driving for me. Yeah, you.
Oh.
It's there, left. Black dog is at the same place.
Oh, that's handy then, isn't it?
Twat. Yeah. Oh, cellar track. That's got to be the one. Okay,
So we checked out all this.
we got the first one that's almost drunk is Drifter Lager, Howling Pale Ale, Junkyard Dog
Dipper?
Dipper.
It's an IPA, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. It's an IPA.
Driving through it, we're going to see 15 metres.
Belgian Dark Ale and Dead Dog Stout.
Hoffen was interesting. I've never.
So,
Like
yeah,
Munich is very happy to Germany.
that's the list.
No, we haven't. Yes.
That's really good. It's on the list.
Okay, so here we are, Kelly Street, and this is obviously named after a certain bushranger that lived out this way and died out this way. Actually, he died in Melbourne, but lived out this way, called Ned Kelly. And we're just going to take a little tour. Just come around this corner. The next road on the right is Siege Street. Now you see up in front, this is the bridge. Oh, hang on. This is the bridge that they're talking about replacing
To make it tall enough for
make
double-decker
it-
trains.
to make it tall enough for bigger trains. Yeah. And unfortunately, to do that, if you come up here, and you just pull up on the left here, darling, you'll see.
Well, we can drive down here because
Yeah,
this
you
is
can pull
where
up in
the,
Siege Street. Yeah, okay. So you'll see that just to the left here, what I'm pointing at, is the area where the hotel stood, the Glenrowan Inn. Anne Jones's best accommodation. There you go. There's the sign. Now this is history. Obviously, it is just a rough block of land at the moment. However, as it says here, the above signboard is a replica of the original, which was erected here in 1878. The front veranda of the inn, to which the police laid siege on June 28, 1890, extended westward from this place to the corner of Siege Street and Beaconsfield Parade. And unfortunately, when they widen and heighten this bridge, I'm pretty sure that this area is going to be built on, which would be a shame. And any of those who watched Time Team did a dig here and dug up artefacts from the siege. So yeah, there we go. This is Siege Street. Real interesting place to come. There's an old blacksmith, I think this is here, and when it's all working, the guy's there. It's closed at the moment, but yeah, really interesting. There's a walk that goes up from this path here, goes up, and up there you can see there's areas set up as to where people were shot and who was where, and yeah, very interesting. A lot of history in this town. That's the old police station, which was obviously here. So yeah.
And this is the area where they're also talking. This is where the last stand.
Well, yeah, this is the railway station. This is where Ned and his gang were going to pull the rails up and cause the train to crash that had the police on it. But obviously someone from the local towns went out there and stopped the train, which is what foiled his plans. But this is the railway station. But yeah, anyway, that's a little bit of Glenrowan. If you get a time to come up here and have a look for yourself, there is a museum here, which is last time we came was gold coin donation. There's a little movie theatre as well, I believe, and it's a good day out. It's worth coming to. Catch up with you later. So we've changed our mind. We're back. We're going over the bridge, bumpy bridge as it is. It probably does need replacing. Why it can't be moved further down or up the track is beyond me. I'm sure it's possible, but we thought we'd just quickly take a drive into Glenrowan and just show you the town. Turn right.
We went to all those wineries.
So it's Glenrowan. So there's the cinema. Ned Kelly's last stand. The museum. There's an animatronic Billy T rooms. That's the museum over that side, the homestead, and a massive statue of Ned himself. Yeah, but it is an area that's pretty loaded with history, and it's relative history as well, with a very famous story attached. So it's certainly worth coming down and having a look. Now here we are, end of a busy day. Wine tasting, beer tasting, you know, all the tasting that makes you busy, basically. And what are we doing now? We are cooking dinner. So there we go. That's Tanya's, which is going to be lamb chops. She wants crispy, so I've put them on early. Again, this is the hillbilly camp kitchen, if you like, which is a fire pit with all the attachments, a hot plate, frying pan. There's more and more that goes with this thing, so it's very good. We got the diesel heater running in the van, which is the noise you can hear in the background. But I get these chops well cooked, and then I'll stick my burgers on. That'd be very nice.
So, my summary of the visits that we did to the wineries, considering I was driving, was the first winery we went to was Bailey's, which was absolutely fantastic. The service was amazing. The lady was really informative, told us all about the wines, the grapes, when they've had good harvests, when they've had bad harvests, the difference between their wine and different regions. Compared to the last winery, well, the second winery that we went to, which was Black Dog, and it also had some wine there. Richard did the paddle of ale, and he really liked the pale ale out of the 5 that he tried. The lady really had no interest in the wine at all. There was no explanations, she was very friendly, very polite, very prompt with doing the wine tasting, but really she just didn't give us any information about the area, about the wine, or even the ale. So thumbs down to that one, but thumbs up to Bailey's.
And it was friendly. It wasn't like the Black Dog was unfriendly. It wasn't. It was a friendly thing, and the beers, the beers were okay, but only really one there that I felt was particularly. Only really one there that I felt was particularly good, which was the pale ale. The IPA was, I didn't really think much of that at all. The stout, I actually brew a better stout at home, so again didn't really rate the stout. They weren't bad, but yeah, it just wasn't for me. Anyway, we're going to get on and do this dinner. I'll quickly flick the video on once we've finished it so you can see how it all turns out. And we'll catch up with you guys later.
And here is the finished product. So Richard's got a burger. We've got Big Mac sauce and tomato ketchup, and I've got lamb cutlets with a really nice garden salad. Catch you later.
Good morning. So this is Sunday, and we're going to be packing up and going home today. The weather is pretty grim again, chucking it down with rain, but it's nice to get away. Film the campsite. It's an old camper, similar to our old one. That's the front fold. So it's got a camp kitchen, is it? Yeah, so a good camp kitchen here. Nice fresco area. So about the fresco area. Camp kitchen. So the barbecue there. Nice city there with fans. Be nice in the summer. Fridge. The bar. The fridge. Table tennis. Yeah, it's very nice. And of course, the pool. In the summer, this would be a nice place to come. Probably very busy. Obviously, lounges. The swimming pool. Yeah. All in all, it's a reasonably nice campsite. $33 a night, this one, with power and water. But yeah, it's okay. It's in a nice area. There's plenty to do around here. Anyway, catch up with you later. Got a mural on this wall, inside the toilet block. Well, quick stop. We've got some friends that are coming back from Queensland. They've just bought a new caravan, and we're just we found out that we're very close to where they are, so we're going to meet them here, which is I think it's called Moken rest stop on the Hume Freeway. It's quite good art on the side, little old British Mini there. And coming round, old caravan, and what looks like it's probably an old Holden. On this side. Falcon. Guess who it is? Tin Hotel again. Oh look, 3 hot blondes. Very good.